What's up guys, today we're going to talk about the biggest lesson I'm learning right now in the stock market in 2021. My name is Kevin Murray. This channel is all about basic finance tips and long-term investing. My philosophy in the stock market is long-term investing, just buying and holding stocks. And I have an outlook of between 3 and 5 years when I invest in these companies, not stocks. Since 2020, since the crash, a lot of people have got into the stock market. A lot of retail investors, quote unquote, people like me or you, do not work for Wall Street or don't work for these big institutional banks or hedge funds or mutual funds. People have an experience like what the stock market actually is. Since March, you could track it. The stock market has been exponentially going up. And these last couple of weeks have been really weird with the stock market. People are saying, oh, why isn't my stock going up 5% each and every single week or even every single day? Why not making money anymore in the stock market? It just shows me that you're not in it for the long game. You're just in that satisfaction of making money in the short term. This past week or so in the stock market, it's been iffy in my opinion. Some of my investments in my portfolio sometimes go 3 to 4% down each day. It's like, I'm just learning that these high growth stocks that I'm invested in, like a specific company called Teladoc, they're a leader in virtual healthcare. Like some days it's up 5%, some days it's down 6 to 7%. These type of stocks, I'm learning like they're much more riskier, telling a story, but kind of have to prove it next 2 or 3 quarters that their valuations kind of like make sense at this kind of like current stock price. There's a pattern. Look at Tesla, a leader in electric vehicles. It's the same thing. Some days it's up, sometimes it's down, but it's a very volatile stock. If you play in the short term, you're not going to make any money, but if you play it long term, you're going to make money. It's just the idea of just buying and holding, just in simple facts. I'm not really caring what happens to the stock price in the short term. Fundamentally, well-run companies that have good management teams, have a good business model that's growing, that's in a growing sector, and their revenue is growing year over year, 10 to 15 to 20%, have a moat, and I understand the risk factors, then yes. Because if you want to be successful in the stock market, it's all about having that long-term game. It's going to be a journey for you. Create that foundation and mindset for you when you're young, like in college. You can be set for life. Just remember this, as a college student, I have over 60 plus years in the stock market to go. It's just the beginning. And I'm just really caring about having that foundation or fundamentals of how these successful investors are throughout history. And they all have this common like theme around them. They have a long-term mindset, just buying and holding. They don't care where the short-term price goes. They only sell their stock if fundamentally this business model changes in the short term, or the company that you're invested in has gone up a lot in the short term and you want to cash out because A, you didn't build your position out, or B, the valuation doesn't make sense and you just want to sell it and you see kind of like other opportunities in the market to buy. And just being unemotional too. Like every person I've kind of like talked to with investing, like you gotta get your emotions right. You have to think rationally and make long-term decision making. If you make short-term decision making and being irrational at the same time, you're gonna lose a lot of money. You're just gonna be thinking about that short-term price fluctuation. You gotta be caring about the business model and you gotta see like where they're going. That's why like these high growth stocks, like you gotta understand like that industry on a high level. Do you understand that total addressable market? Do you read articles on this industry or sector? What types of articles are these people writing online about them? Is this a growing sector in the next 5 to 10 years? Like some of the industries I'm invested in is social media, virtual reality, augmented reality, 5G, online advertising, freelancing, telehealth, or some of the companies I'm into. And like look at our society, like since the pandemic, everything has changed. The work environment, school, even medicine. And is it going to keep staying like this, or are we going to go back to the old ways? In my opinion, we're going to keep moving forward. We're moving into this new disruption or innovation in society. A lot of converging technologies are going to change in the next 5 to 10 years. And you're going to see it. Everyone wants a piece of the electric vehicle market, and look at retail investors flocking in to buy Tesla, Neo, Lucid. And plus, like another core lesson I'm learning right now is like don't buy into the hype. Don't FOMO, fear of missing out on short-term price fluctuations. Like Bitcoin is a perfect example of Tesla when it was running up the last 6 or 7 months ago. And like you can't get into that irrational thinking. All about buying and holding. I'm preaching this right now. Summing up my video so far, to being a great investor in the stock market, it's all about being experienced. If you just started in 2020, you have a lot of learning to do. How like the market fluctuation. You gotta learn how the stock market works. Sometimes in the market, growth stocks are hot, like in the summer and fall time of last year. Or value plays a way to go right now. What about travel plays too? Turnaround plays. All these stocks I'm talking about are some of them, most of them are at 52 week highs. And just be careful out there. Be disciplined and be patient with the market. Buy on the red days on dips when stocks are discounted. Thank you for watching and peace out.